Alright, welcome back to the Blender 3 Docwalk. This document is the node sidebar. So let's jump right in here. Alright, we're going to come over here again, pull this up, move these guys a little to the side. Okay, now if you remember in some of the previous videos, hitting N on your keyboard in editors and in the viewport brings up your sidebar. So N brings up the sidebar. Also, T brings up your toolbar. We'll be going over that later, but just keep that in mind. There's a toolbar. All right, now the sidebar gives us information about things that are within our editor. Okay, so we're going to bring in a couple of nodes here just to help accentuate some of these things that we're going to be talking about. So let's bring in raycast and let's transform. Well, yeah. Well, I don't know. Sure. Oh well. Doesn't matter. Okay. So here's our sidebar. Again, N brings it out. And up here, this top tab says node. Okay, that is specific to whichever node is selected. Okay, so let's go over these the areas of what we see here. So this top one is the name. This is the unique identifier for that particular node. As we kind of talked about in some previous videos, if I duplicate raycast, okay, Shift D, okay, my new node has the identifier raycast.001. Okay. Now, this other one down here, label, underneath name, so you'll notice here it just says raycast. It doesn't have the .001 after it, correct? Okay, this label down here, I can give it whatever name I want. So raycast is yay. Now that is what appears in my title area here. Okay, so in that way I can actually change what the title area says in my node. Well, there we go. Okay, let's clean this up a little bit. Okay, so now next is color. We went over this before as well, so I'm going to turn it on and bring it down. Now in this way we can actually change the color of the background of whatever node is selected. If you recall, we can actually select different nodes specific to their background color. Now these two are similar red, but they are not the same red, so if we want to select all of the same color, they have to be exactly the same color. A little bit of a bug I've noticed here is in this kind of color utility area, by clicking the drop down here, there is a copy color option here. And now if I go over to my output node, click on this, go to my hex area, and then paste. Whoops. Select that and then hit Control V. It is not going to copy or paste the hex code of the previous node that I had selected, that I had copied, right? So just keep that in mind. That's not what's happening there. Okay, so if I want to assign the same background color to multiple nodes, I can go ahead and select the nodes that I want. Okay. And now that this one is the active node, see, I've got these 4 nodes selected. This is my active node. I can go up here to color, click my specials menu here, this little down arrow, and it says copy color. Now when I select that, it is going to copy my color to all of the other nodes that I had selected. So that's a quick and easy way to get all the background colors of some pre-selected amount of or number of nodes to be the same. It's a quick visual indicator, as well as we kind of went over in a previous video. If I just grab one of these that are the same color, same background color, and I go up to select, select grouped, and it's going to bring up the secondary menu, type, color, prefix, and suffix. If I hit color, it will now select all of those. It's a little difficult to see because, you know, selected outline is red, but now this, and this are all selected because they all have the same exact background color. Okay, so the last thing to show while we are in our node tab here is the properties area. If I expand the properties menu or the properties area, depending on what I have selected, I will see the properties of that node. For instance, if I come over here and select transform, I now can see all of the properties for the transform node. Same with the raycast node over there. Now I've got access to all of the raycast properties here as well. All right, now moving down to the next tab is a tool tab. Okay, now this is just basically all the options for whatever your current tool is. Now remember to bring out the toolbar, you hit T. So these are my tools here. If I select, say, the annotate tool, I can now see my annotate tools options here as well. As I said before, we will be going over the tools a little bit later, but for now let's finish this. And the next tab down is the view tab. Now this is for annotations. So for instance, if I just hit new, I can kind of change, you know, the color of my note or whatever, and select my annotations tool. If you have a tablet, you can come right up here and, you know, write, hello, this guy here, let's add it to that guy there, you know, and circle stuff, and let's get rid of that one, and this is great, thanks guys, you did a great job, that sort of thing. So annotations can be useful if you're working by yourself. They're much more useful when you are working in groups, working with other people, and you need to leave little notes and that sort of a thing. So yeah, super useful tool there. Okay, so that is it for this document. In the next document, we're going to be talking about this tab, the group tab. So I will see you guys then.